Alright guys, we're back, and check this out. I just realized that the tiny Nanamo here is sitting on my shoulder, well standing now, but I don't remember when I climbed up there, but there you go. Let's talk to Gosetsu once more to the Ruby Sea. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There is no need for you for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. But yeah, my guess is that Hancock was going to spend money on for getting Gosetsu released, and ended up not needing to, so instead was like, hey, can I just get that, can we transfer that money to being used for this instead? And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's get out. Gosetsu! Thank the 12, you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You vile fiend, malevolent trickster! How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously... something. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for a moment, where's Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago. The better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne, and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. And you seized upon the opportunity and rose to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained at his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the hot torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. If it should please you to know that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow the Imperial oppressors. Allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Authard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yaksha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak, come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them. As you of all people should know, and you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we all must serve each in our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Soraban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot! Guys, we finally get to leave Kugane. It's off to the Ruby Sea at last. Which pier is he at, though? Okay, that one. Cool. What? No, I don't want that. Alright, hey there, Sarban. I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. If you insist, with me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. Here we go, guys.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
Alright, here we are, guys. The Ruby Sea. I like the music in this area, by the way. Get the volcano over there. Let's talk to Sarban. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea. Filled with promise and adventure and treasures, many wonderful treasures. Destination unknown. Alright. Let's see, did we get a new title? Yep, Asian Traveler. Open water. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. Meryl, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Mira's like, the fuck you just getting me into? But yes, that's right. We can swim now. Rasen Kaiku. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before our next flight. Or fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. Probably, you're an NPC. You just teleport after you disappear. That said though, you're gonna beat us anyway, because I have to, use my, ethereal compass to find the, ether currents. Look at that big structure. Alright, where is she? Is she up above? Or no, she's right there. Okay. Okay, Sarban. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on Tansui? The second dungeon is actual Stormblood is in the Ruby Sea area, but it is actually not a dungeon that is mandatory. It is an optional dungeon. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed mere apprentice, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Boys with boats. You have no strong feelings either way. Well, that's good. You wish to pay the Ruby Tithe, yes? With your gill, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kagane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I will expect them they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled, for now. What was that look he and the other pirate, what was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. I like this theme song. It's the bad shit going down theme song. I think this might be the introduction of one of my favorite characters in this expansion, but maybe not. I know they do get introduced in this area. It's also a character that I'm very mad about. And also, this expansion will have who I think will be Vector's favorite character. That is a shark floating above the land. That is a flying shark. Look at these crabs, by the way. Oh no, okay, no, this is something different.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the Ruby Tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the Ruby Tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the Acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Hey look guys, we paid the Ruby Tithe. Alright, go, let's do this. What are we waiting for? Come! Come! Sorbonne cannot have gotten far. Though now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least the Confederate encampment. Jeremy, how do you feel about our Kojin friend just fucking off on us like that? Oh, guys, look at it. Look at this. It's the unicorn we got for leveling up a conjurer. Fuck you, Gasame. Also, look at this. Miro rides this horse side saddle. She knows how to be dainty when she needs to be. That is a gigantic puffer fish. Oh, look, that's the Aether Current I was looking for earlier. I completely forgot about that. Watch, the other one I need is down where I just was. 895 y'all. Okay, no. It's Tsunara. Tatsunoko. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised! Too often are shellless quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. I can get Gyuki leather patents. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Oh, that reminds me, Miro. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Sure. Fuck Ether. Ether currents aren't that bad. They give you a reason to run around and explore areas you probably would ignore, so... The only ones I don't like are the ones that are stuck behind useless quests. Oh, you're one of the Asian from the beach, leaving us already. They do lead to some interesting quest lines if you do choose to do them, but... no need to pay the tide. Like Tanzuian said, on the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything you're liking, we should be glad to sell it to you at a fair price. This is, I believe, one of the Aetherite quests. Yeah. There are far worse things in this game than the ether currents, and like I said, they cut down the amount of ether currents you have to get by a lot. Like, you go to the Western Highlands here. You need to find 4 of them. You used to have to find like 8 to 10 of them before. Like, it was a lot more. And now most of them are in areas you're going to be going anyway. So. They were somewhat smart about it. You have spoken with the Confederates up above then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Agreed. I would much prefer if they got rid of the ones that you'd have to do via quest, but... Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tansui said the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Hey, Tengage. We're about to meet probably my favorite character of this expansion. I think. Well, maybe not my favorite character, but one of my favorite characters. Oh, there's more than one reason why, though. There is one reason why. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. Oops. You have. That you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to be befriended with such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. The character might have traits she shares with Miro. So, we finally arrived in Authard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike Gurabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Chansui was talking about. Dude, you're looking at a rock. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze. That's right, ceruleum, Mira. That is, I'll say, not Alpha now.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans, Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doman. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Oh, very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire, and we can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We will show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels, to say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself. As a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive, they will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugani.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lys, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh. Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental, something intrinsic, something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
And that is Yotsuyu, one of my favorite characters of this expansion. They did her character very well. And she has the hair that I want in-game for my character, and they will not give us that hair. It's super rude. I've tweeted them multiple times. I've sent them in-game letters. Give us that hair, but they won't do it. They're super rude. This is the closest I get for humans. Raw females get a hairstyle that's the one I want as well, but unfortunately, you can't put it on humans. I mailed them multiple pictures of my asshole. Unfortunately, I didn't list who they were from because they probably would have banned me, so it ended up not serving my cause all that well. Anyway, give me a sec, guys. We'll be right back, and then we'll continue on.